One of the great things about this tiny home is that I have full-size appliances. I love this little bedroom. It really is just a perfect size for me. It's just really great to have like-minded community around you. Hi, my name is Cindy, and this is my Sunflower tiny house. It was built in 2019, and come on inside, I'll give you a tour. Welcome to my living room. Well, as you go along this tour, you're going to see a lot of sunflower things because, you know, when you're called the Sunflower House, you end up collecting a lot of sunflowers. So I just got these new sunflower pillows that I'm really happy with, and this sunflower garland, which actually lights up at night, which is really fun. With my house, which was built by a company named Kropp, came the sofa and also this blue chair, as well as the curtains and all the blinds. So that was really an added bonus that I got with this house. So now we're moving on to the kitchen. And one of the great things about this tiny home is that I have full-size appliances. And I actually have a gas stove, which I really love, of course a microwave, and then a full-size refrigerator. Now you may notice the one thing that is missing is a dishwasher. That's because that's me and this little appliance right here, but that's okay. I did get to choose the countertops and the backsplash, as well as the wall color and cabinet color in here. So I had lots of little customizations that I could make, and that was great. I feel like I have lots of cabinet space. I have cabinets all up here and then down below, and plenty of drawer space, which was one thing I was a little bit worried about when I was moving into a tiny house, but I've been very pleased with all of the space that I have here. So this doubles as my dining room and my office desk. I work from home, I'm self-employed. I just started a publishing company this past year called Sunflower House Publishing, of course. So I just put my computer up and all of my things on this table. Works out great. And then this hutch I really loved because it gave me space to put all of my business items. So in here, I actually have a printer and plenty of drawers and space for all of my business items, which is great. And then this cabinet right here, I call the fun cabinet because it has my collection of wine glasses and shot glasses and fun things like that. You'll also notice that I have these signs that say for guests because I Airbnb my home. Since my personal items are here, I sort of designate things like these are for the guests, or I'll have little signs that they say, thank you for respecting this personal item. And so they'll just know, which things that they are free to use and which ones they're not. So there were several features in my bathroom that I really wanted and I love. So I have a really nice amount of counter space in the bathroom with plenty of drawers and storage. And then I actually have a bathtub with a shower, which is great. And I really enjoy that. And here at Acony Bell, we are hooked into a sewage system. So we have just regular toilets like everybody else. And I feel like it's a really nice sized bathroom for a tiny house. In 2010, I unexpectedly lost my job, and I was just going to be moving into a friend's house. I had already downsized a little bit there, and I was getting used to, just having my bedroom. And then, of course, I did have use of the rest of the house, but it was a little different than having my own. In 2017, I heard about this tiny house village that's in Flat Rock, North Carolina, not too far from here. And I thought I'm just gonna stop by there and check it out. And I just fell in love with them. I was like, oh my gosh, these are the cutest things ever. I really think I could live in one of those. And so that's really what started my journey. So my washer and dryer has some sentimental attachment to it. When I first moved in, I did not have this. In fact, for the first 2 years, this was just a storage unit. And here at Acony Bell, we have a washer and dryer over at our clubhouse, so I would go over there and wash and dry my clothes. Then a dear friend of mine passed away, and she wanted me to have her washer and dryer. And it was quite the feat to get it in this space here. We had to take off the refrigerator doors and the cabinet doors, but it fits in here, and it's a full size washer and dryer, and I love having it in my house now. So one of my must-haves for a tiny house was that the bedroom be downstairs. And I really preferred having a tiny house that was all one level with no loft. And so that's what I got. I am in my early 60s and I just could not see myself climbing down a ladder or stairs in the middle of the night, you know? So I love this little bedroom. It really is just a perfect size for me. I have a queen size bed. And one of the great things is that underneath this bed, I just pull it up, storage all underneath. And I also have 2 closets, which was another thing that was important to me. So all of this was built in, and I love having this dresser with plenty of drawers. And I have enough space that I'm even able to leave some empty drawers for my guests when they come in, so they have some room to put their things in there. So I have 3 windows in here, and actually throughout my whole house, I believe I counted it one time, I think there's 18 total windows. And that was another must-have for me when I was picking out a tiny house, was having lots of windows. And I actually have an air conditioner that's back here that's hidden behind this curtain, so you can keep nice and cool in the summertime back here in the bedroom. I will say that I was on a very small budget for my tiny house, and I wanted a park model tiny house, which is larger than the towables. My house is almost 11 feet by 36, so almost 400 square feet. And a lot of them were just really, really out of my price range until I found this dealership actually in Yadkinville, North Carolina, that had this line. And so I was able to get this house, have the deck and the skirting done, all for around $55,000, which is pretty phenomenal, especially these days. So now we're outside on my deck, and I opted with the Trex flooring, which is maintenance free, and I'm so glad that I did that. So my deck is 8 by 16, and I just love spending time out here. I have a grill, which I use quite frequently, and it's just really nice and homey place to sit out here, have my coffee in the morning, or sometimes I'll come out here and have lunch, and it's just nice and peaceful. So one of the things I wanted was a sliding glass door. I just felt like that was a better use of the space. So I'm really happy with that. I have vinyl siding, which is really great because it's just so easy to clean. I just have to power wash it like once a year, and any dirt that's gotten on it just comes right off. I also love this little feature up here where my windows are up higher, these little tiny shutters. I just think they're so cute. An important thing I learned when I got a tiny house is that you really need to insulate underneath. And you can do that with skirting. And so my skirting is a outside board, and also then under that we even wrapped the pipes so that they are extra insulated. And so this way you don't have freezing water when it gets below 32. Fortunately, I've never had that problem, and I really do think it's because, you know, I've insulated really well. When I moved in here to phase 2, I was only the 3rd house. That was in September of 2019. Phase 1 had already been here for a little over a year. And so it was really fun watching the houses move in. It was always a big day when we would see a house rolling down the street and we'd have to go check it out and meet the new neighbors. And I truly have loved this community here. It also feels very safe. A lot of us are single women that live here, and I feel very safe in this community. It's just really great to have friends and like-minded community around you. Again, I'm Cindy Bolero, and I've been happy to have you visit my sunflower tiny house. If you'd like to come stay here, you can find us on Airbnb under Sunflower Tiny House in Acony Bell. And also, if you'd like to check out the books that I have published, you can look up sunflowerhousepublishing.com, and all the links will be below. Thanks so much.